Her name was Marta. She didn't work in fashion, she never studied design, and she definitely didn't dream of owning a brand or becoming famous. She worked at a secondhand store. Every day followed the same routine. New deliveries arrived, old clothes were sorted, and piles of items were quietly labeled discard. Not because they were useless, but because they didn't sell. Jackets missing a button, jeans with worn fabric, shirts with outdated cuts and strange proportions. Customers walked past them without stopping, so the store threw them away. After closing time, Marta packed those bags herself, and every shift, the same thought came back. This isn't trash, it's just unwanted. One evening she took a single piece home, then another, then a full bag. Not to sell, not for a plan, just curiosity. She had no studio, no money, no idea where this could lead. Only old scissors, a needle, thread, and clothes that had already been forgotten. She cut them apart, stitched them back together, ruined some, started over. Slowly, something changed. She wasn't fixing old clothes anymore. She was creating something new from what others rejected. At that moment, Marta still didn't know it, but the clothes marked discard were already becoming the beginning of her story. Marta kept working at the second-hand store. By day, she sorted clothes that were good enough to sell. By night, she worked on clothes that had been rejected. She began wearing her own creations to work. A jacket stitched from mismatched fabrics, a bag cut from worn-out jeans, a belt made from a damaged coat no one wanted. She didn't do it to stand out. She did it because she had nothing else to wear. But people noticed. Customers paused, looked closer, asked questions. "Where did you get that jacket? Is it custom made? Can you make something like this for me?" At first, Marta smiled and changed the subject. She didn't think of it as a business. It was still just something she did at night. Then, one evening, everything shifted. A regular customer came in just before closing. She looked at Marta's jacket for a long time, as if trying to understand it. "I want this one," she finally said. "Not similar. This exact piece." Marta froze. That jacket wasn't supposed to be sold. It was made from clothes already marked as discard, from things that technically didn't exist anymore. She named a price without thinking, high enough to make the question go away. The woman didn't negotiate. She paid immediately. That night, Marta couldn't sleep. Not because she was happy, because she was afraid. The next morning, her manager noticed the jacket, then the bag, then the belt, and then the missing items. The conversation was short and cold. The rules were clear. The decision had already been made. Marta walked out of the store with her last paycheck and no job to return to. She stood outside holding a bag of old clothes and felt the weight of what just happened. No salary, no routine, no safety net. Only one undeniable fact. Someone had paid real money for something the world had already thrown away. And there was no way back. After she lost the job, Marta had time. Too much time. No schedule. No paycheck. No permission to fail quietly. At first, she tried to look for another job, but every listing felt the same, and every interview ended with the same question. "So, what exactly do you do?" She didn't know how to answer. So she went back to the only thing that made sense. She worked. Not every day was productive. Some pieces didn't work. Some orders fell through. Some weeks passed without a single sale. But slowly, people started coming back. Not for trends, not for brands, for one-of-a-kind pieces. Marta stopped making many items. She focused on one at a time. Each piece was numbered. Each one had a short story attached to it. Old jeans became bags. Jackets turned into coats with new silhouettes. Forgotten fabric became something intentional. She raised her prices, not because she felt confident, but because time became her most expensive resource. Then something unexpected happened. People began sending her their own old clothes, not to throw away, but to transform. A father's jacket, a sister's dress, a pair of jeans worn for years. Marta didn't just remake clothing, she preserved meaning. Months turned into years. She never called herself a designer. She never chased fashion shows. But she built something rare, a business that didn't start with money, a brand that didn't rely on trends, and a life built from what others left behind. She didn't get rich by chasing new things. She got rich by seeing value where the world saw none.